Welcome to Find Your Backbone. Today I want to tell you about something really, really special. It's called active rest. This is something that I learned years ago and I do it almost every day. It is the difference for me between being able to walk 400 meters in pain or being able to run a marathon. It's basically a way of you letting go of all the unnecessary tension that you just don't need. And it's also a way of you increasing your awareness of tension. Sometimes we can work and sleep and go about our daily lives and not realize that we're holding on to so much extra tension and stress. In Japan, they have this really beautiful art where they take pottery and it's broken and then they repair it very, very skillfully and very gently using gold. This is something I saw, and it's a really good analogy for active rest. You are flooding your body with attention and you are allowing all those stresses and those tensions to come up in your mind, and you are literally putting your body back together piece by piece by stopping and then by thinking. It's that simple premise. You're not doing anything. So I'll talk you through it now. Before we start, you've got some books, a pile of books, and you'll be able to just get them from the shelf and just figure it out for yourself at the start. But maybe I'd say 1 to 1.5 inches would be a good starting point. You're just allowing your head, neck and back to align on the floor. And if you do need some advice, drop me a message or go and see an Arizona technique teacher in your area. What I'm going to suggest now is stopping for a moment. We know we're going to put our head on the blocks here. So we're going to simply go into a crawl position and then think about where your head's going to land. Then gently turn yourself over onto your back. And then often you'll find that you might be just ever so slightly out of alignment. But this is the position for active rest. So Alexander had this idea that if you allow your neck to be free so that your back can lengthen and widen, you really do allow all of the nervous system to settle down. You don't need to think too much about it. Just have the idea that for this time when you're lying on the floor, that you can do less. You really are giving yourself an opportunity now to do a body scan. And we'll start, before we do anything, with this thought of something that really makes us laugh. And that can be very personal to you. And it can be something you're not even meant to laugh about. It's one of those things that you can go to and immediately think of, and it just allows you to let go. And you're going to let that inform all the little micro muscles around your eyes and your jaw, and just notice if there's any tension. And you're going to just observe that tension. And you can express a preference that you'd like to allow that to let go, and then just trust your body to listen. So you're allowing your neck to be free so that your back can lengthen and widen. And from here, you go to the area around your neck and shoulders and just notice any tension there. And now think about that beautiful pottery that's been broken and put back together. You're flooding your whole body with attention. And if there is an area that's painful, you're just filling that with a very gentle idea of acceptance. So now moving to the area around your chest. It's useful here, if you've got your hands just on your abdomen, to just notice the breath coming in and out. And even though I'm teaching breath work every day, Sometimes it's important to recognize that your body will breathe naturally without any interference whatsoever. You can have this idea or a gentle thought that you're allowing your ribs to expand. And one of the habits that many people have is that they will sometimes pull up on their chest. So you can place a hand just here around your heart and just notice if your chest is free and if the breath is coming to the lower parts of the lungs and filling the abdomen. And now the body scan comes down to the hips. You just notice any tension here. Alexander had this idea that when your back was lengthening and widening, you can allow your knees to go forward and away from each other. It's quite useful in this moment to just think about that. So forward and away. So allow your knees to come apart from each other and then gently bring them back in. Notice any holding in your hamstrings, any holding in your calves. And now finally just notice all the points of contact, your body touching the floor. So you can notice your feet, your toes, your lower back, the top part of your spine, and finally up to your head. You really are allowing for any of the stress to just evaporate from your body. It's useful when you're doing active rest to just in this moment to recognize that if you have a thought coming up, maybe a stress or a part of your job list, that just for this next few moments that you're going to allow yourself to be fully present in this moment. Notice your whole body breathing. Notice the room around you. So you're going to think now about your intention. You can clarify that this time here where you're doing nothing is an opportunity for you to heal, for you to reset. You're also noticing any aches and pains and maybe recognizing potentially where they've come from. Now just have the attention focusing on the sounds in the room. So maybe some cars or birds in the background. There might be the background hum of the world. And just accept whatever's happening. In the final few moments, you're going to allow yourself now just a chance to pause, because in a moment you are going to get up and carry on with your day, but you can clarify your intention that this gentle awareness that you've flooded your whole body with can continue. So when you're ready, have to think about how you can turn over onto your front. We're going to go into the crawl position and just allow this lovely length and width across the whole back just to continue. There we are. So you're going into now the final part, just giving your body a bit more time to adjust. You're in this crawl position. You can really think through the whole length of your back and neck. And then if you'd like, just take a little stretch. Allow your back to just lengthen. And some people are very flexible and they can allow their head to drop onto the floor. If you're anything like me, just gently allow the neck to lengthen. Come back into the crawl, and that's the semi-supine or active rest. It's a really good way to stop and a really useful way to let go. Any of the breathwork exercises that I teach you can be done in this active rest position. The key thing to remember is that this is an opportunity for you to be kind to yourself. The thoughts that come up, the way that you speak to yourself whilst in active rest is really, really important. So be aware of that. Be aware of your conscious mind waking up, and then have that intention, that clarity of mind. You're going to allow for space and allow a time for you to heal and to let go.